Story 102. Charlie and Darla the dolphin just missed the bad sharks. Once upon a time, Charlie the fish was swimming in the ocean like he always does, when all of a sudden he heard something calling him.
Hey, little fishy, want to come out and hang out with me today? You know, we can go off, maybe have some fun.
Who is that?
Well, it's me, Darla the dolphin. Hey, you know, we could swim over to where I live. I think it would be a lot of fun.
Darla then went over to Charlie and introduced herself.
As I said, my name is Darla, and I'm a dolphin. What's your name?
I'm Charlie the fish. It's nice to meet you.
Would you like to come and play with me then?
Well, okay. As long as it's not too far away. I don't want to have my parents get worried.
No, it's not that far, Charlie. You can meet my friends. We'll have some fun.
So off they went, with Charlie following right behind Darla. They swam for a while, then Darla said,
Okay, we'll stop here. So, Charlie, would you like to meet my friends?
Sure, I would.
Then Darla called out,
Come on out, you guys. I have a new friend who would like to meet all of you.
Out from behind two big rocks came Darla's friends. Then Darla introduced both of them.
Charlie, this is Sally the seahorse and Andy the angelfish. And Sally and Andy, this is Charlie the fish.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Then Charlie said to them,
Nice to meet both of you.
Darla spoke up and said,
Well, I hope we all get along and we can be good friends and we can have some fun together.
I bet we will all become good friends.
and the rest all agreed with Charlie.
Well, why don't we all swim further ahead and play in the seaweed on the ocean floor? We could play tag.
That sounds like fun, but I don't want to go too far. We have to watch out for those bad sharks. They may try to eat us.
Yes, we have to watch out for them.
Then Darla said,
Well, I haven't seen the sharks around here. Do you want to play here, Charlie?
Are you sure you haven't seen the sharks around here?
I haven't seen them here, so I think it will be okay. But if any of us do see any sharks, we'll hide till they pass.
So then everyone agreed to play and watch out for the bad sharks.
Okay, for now I admit, I will try to tag someone.
Charlie and Darla's friends swam in and out of the seaweed. Darla tried and tried, but couldn't catch anyone at first. Finally, she tagged Sally.
Gotcha, Sally. You're it.
Then Sally chased Andy. She couldn't tag him, but then Sally came from around the corner and tagged Andy. You're it, Andy. So then Andy thought he would chase after Charlie and tag him. Charlie raced in and out of the seaward so fast, and Andy could not even come close to catching him.
Boy, you swim fast, Charlie. I can't even catch you.
Then Darla the dolphin had an idea.
Hey, why don't we swim way down there by the old shipwreck? We could play tag over there.
Charlie thought about it a minute and said,
Gee, Darla, I don't know. Maybe the sharks like to go by the old shipwreck too. I don't know if it's safe.
Darla the dolphin then said,
Oh, Charlie, I think if we just watch out for the sharks, we'll be okay. Besides, we'll all watch out for each other.
Charlie then asked Sally the seahorse and Andy the angelfish if they thought it was okay, and they both said yes, they will be okay. So off they swam over to the old shipwreck. They were close, and then Charlie said,
Just promise me that all of you will not swim inside of the shipwreck. Just swim outside of it, okay? You never know what could be inside of it since it's dark in there, and it's hard to see.
Okay, Charlie, we promise. Right, guys?
We promise.
We promise. Andy the angelfish then said,
Well, I was still at last time, so the rest of you can swim away from me. Ready, set, go!
They all swam around and around the old shipwreck, with Andy trying to catch somebody. He almost caught Sally, but still missed. Then he tried going after Darla, but could not catch her either. Then all of a sudden, Charlie saw something move from the hole inside of the shipwreck. It was way in the front, and he and the others just happened to be in the back of the shipwreck. Charlie said to the others,
Shh! Be quiet, everyone. I see something.
As they all stopped playing, Charlie saw a big, huge hammerhead shark swim out of the hole. Ooh! Charlie quickly whispered to his friends,
Everyone, there's a shark. Quick, swim toward the ocean floor and hide as fast as you can in the cave I'm pointing to. Between those rocks. Hurry!
They all did as Charlie said and swam inside the cave. Inside the cave, Charlie told them to be very quiet so the hammerhead shark would not see them.
Don't make any noise, and we'll wait until the shark swims away from us.
Charlie took a quick peek from a small crack in the cave. All of a sudden, he looked, and he saw 3 hammerhead sharks swimming ever so slowly, way above their cave.
Boo!
Charlie gave the quiet sign so as to not make any noise at all. They all knew Charlie was right. None of them made a sound. They waited and waited, and finally they saw Charlie look through the crack in the cave again. This time Charlie whispered,
I will look out of the cave and make sure that they are gone. The rest of you stay here.
Charlie barely looked out. He peeked out with only one eye and saw that the danger was past. The sharks were gone. Then Charlie slowly swam out of the cave and said to his friends,
Okay, everyone, the sharks are gone.
They all came out except for Sally the seahorse. She was still afraid. Are you sure they're all gone?
Don't worry, Sally, they're gone.
Charlie then said to everyone,
See, we all need to be careful whenever we swim in a strange place.
You are so right, Charlie.
and the others agreed. Just then, they all saw a hook with a minnow on it. What is that?
Oh, that's just Mr. Dingledoffer. He's always trying to catch me. Boo!
Does he do this all the time?
Yes, he does. But everyone stay away from his hook. Just watch what I do.
Charlie swam to the bottom of the ocean floor. He found an old broken treasure chest, grabbed it up, and flung it onto Mr. Dingledoffer's hook. Mr. Dingledoffer thought he caught a big one.
Whoa, I got one.
He quickly reeled his line in. But when he brought it aboard, to his surprise, it was only a broken down old treasure chest. He opened it up and found nothing inside. Nothing.
It's me, Charlie the Fish, with all my friends.
Hey, Charlie. If you just jump on my hook, I will give you a ride in my boat. What do you say?
I don't think so, Mr. Dingledoffer. Bye!
Then Charlie swam back down into the water to join his friends. They all laughed and laughed. Mr. Dingledoffer's treasure chest was empty.
Well, everyone, we should all start swimming back to our homes now. Don't you think so?
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
I think we should too.
Well, it was really nice to meet all of you today. I hope we can play again someday soon.
They all agreed. And they all headed for their homes. While he was swimming home, Charlie could barely hear Mr. Dingledoffer still yelling way up at the top of his boat.
Charlie, come back! Come back! Well, that's the end of the story of Charlie the Fish. But Charlie, I'm not done fishing yet. Yes, you are, Mr. Dingledoffer. Bye. Charlie, wait! Come and join us next time for a great new story of Charlie the Fish and all his friends. See you later. Bye. Ding!